What's good, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate it. If you go ahead and do that. It's absolutely free. So, do the favor. Now, don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. As a matter of fact, if you guys like conversations like this, you guys can find these kind of conversations in that channel. But I decided to bring it onto this channel, right, because it relates to the streets. So that's why I chose, but normally I would talk about it on my other channel, which is California, right? Now, if people who follow my channel already know for a while, already know that I'm not Republican nor am I Democrat. I don't believe in the overall government. Not one of those conspiracy theories, but I'm saying I think it's all bullshit, right? I don't like the right's point of views and I don't like the left's point of views, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, they do come with some good ideas, both sides, right? But I don't like what it has become, right? Instead of it becoming a democracy and stuff like that, it literally became a fight for power, a tug of war. If you sided with the left, you're hated by the right. If you sided with the right, you're hated by the left, which is essentially a gangs. One's red, one's blue. If you belong to this side hates you. If you belong to this side hates you. They can't get along. They be, fighting amongst each other. They can't even be civil. They be insulting each other, can't even compliment each other. What our system was supposed to be is that whichever side comes with a good bill, like let's say it's a good bill, right? A good law, right? And if you're a Democrat, then it was cool to vote on a Republican's, bill. What's the problem? It's a good bill. It's a good idea. Hey, I'll vote. And likewise, if the Democrats came with a good bill, Republicans, but now it became to the point where it's like, you can't side with them, because if you do, it's like, oh my God, you're a traitor. You're not a real Democrat. And it became this fucking gang thing, right? Like, that's the opposition, homie. You can't be siding with them. Just fucking ridiculous, bro. Because you see, when a Republican votes on a Democrat or vice versa, they get plastered all over the news and you got people, picketing outside their houses. It's just fucking ridiculous, bro. What the fuck is going on right here? And I don't believe in conservatives or liberals, because liberals are just literally Democrats. Conservatives are literally Republican. Who the fuck are we kidding, So, it's a two-party democracy, right? Not even a democracy. But the thing that I hate about our politics and what it does is that, for example, the Democrats, I have to say, is like the naive mom, right? She's the mom who her son can't do no wrong. Her son's a fucking criminal, a fucking bum, you're always into mischief. But she sees him as a saint. No, mi hijos, no hace esas cosas. My son is, goes to church, She can't see her son doing no wrong, right? She's naive to the bone, right? Like, delusional, So she's that naive parent, right? While the Republicans are the evil stepdad, right? The dad who just doesn't really give a fuck about the kid, who's just like in it for his, for his enjoyment, right? His mother and, his wife, now, and he's in it for what he's in it for. You don't give a fuck about the kid, man. Fuck that kid. That ain't my kid. That's how the Republicans are, right? Well, fuck them. They're lost. And the Democrats, here, give them everything. So one refuses to help, and one just like fucking over exaggerates it and like literally plunging our fucking our country into the ground, right? By wanting to give them everything hand and foot. You don't fix neither problem by behaving like, you don't fix a problem by saying fuck them, let them figure it out on their own, and you don't fix a problem by giving somebody everything. How about you guys come in the middle? Can we meet in the middle? No, we can't meet in the middle. It's either my way or the highway. And that's how both sides see it. It's either they get, their way or no way. They can't compromise, bro. They can't sit in the table and talk like grown adults and meet in the middle. They can't. They refuse to meet in the middle. It's kind of like you tell them to share, and then the Democrats are the type that will give them the whole meal. Here, that's not sharing by you giving them everything. And the Republicans do the same thing too. You tell them to share, and they'll be like, well, here, take it all, I guess, have everything here. You want my toys too? Here, might as well take everything I have. Like, whoa, who's saying any of that, my guy? Chill, slow your horses. God damn it. You know, and that's literally what it became, because even when new laws get passed, right? Like, for example, this new drug trade treaty law that took in effect in California on July 1st, right? Which is basically a new law about possession of any type of, controlled substance, right? Any narcotics, heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, meth, opioids, any of those kind of drugs, right? It went from a felony to now a gross misdemeanor. Now, what's a gross misdemeanor? Gross misdemeanor pretty much is the Republicans will say that it's pretty much a slap in the wrist and this, letting people do whatever they want, but that's not what it is, right? It just went that before, when you were caught with controlled substance, you could be charged with a felony, right, and do a decent amount of time behind the penitentiary, right, locked up, right? A gross misdemeanor, is more like an easier charge, right? You can still go to jail, right? But just not for the extended amount of time that you were going to jail before, right? So depending on the amount that you have or the scenario in which you're caught in, right? That's why I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's from this amount of you'll get this amount of time or this amount of time, because you truly don't know what the person's gonna get, because you don't know the scenario in which he was caught in. If any other factors play, into how much time they're gonna get, right? But normally it's like about like 90 to 180 days, right? Compared to before, up to 3-4 years, or something like that, right? And you would get hit with a felony. Now it's a gross misdemeanor, which is pretty much something that you could expunge off of your record, right? So you know get rid of it from your record and stuff like that, right? And now, so you can still go to jail, and you're still gonna be put in, you're still gonna be fucked, so don't let what Republicans are saying, pollute your mind, pretty much saying, oh yeah, now we're letting criminals go scot-free, now they gotta do whatever they want. Like, bro, they're still gonna get charged. Relax, my guy. It's just now you're maybe wondering, why did the law change, right? Well, the law changed because of a few cases in which basically the law in effect was, if you were caught with any controlled substance, right, before, any controlled substance that was in your possession or around you, or this is like, let's say this is my car, right, and they find some drugs in my car, right? They could charge me for those drugs, but those drugs are not mine. I don't know who dropped them, or maybe I'm an Uber driver and whoever was sitting there dropped them or whatever, but they could charge you for them. So this law pretty much changes how they charge people in positions. Maybe you borrowed some clothes from your friend. Your friend that you borrowed some clothes, he forgot, he left his whatever in there. You get pulled over. They search you and they find the drugs. Bam! They were able to slam you down. Now this is the bill that they put to combat that, right? For people don't for that shit won't happen, right? For people don't get caught in those kind of scenarios, right? So they changed the fact of how they could charge you based off of where they find the drugs and stuff like that, right? But Republicans see Republicans see this as a devastating, something that's like fucking horrible, because Republicans feel that if you're anywhere around drugs or anything like that, or if you're in a scenario where drugs are involved or around you, then you're fucking guilty and you should be going to jail. Well, you shouldn't have been hanging around with people like that. Well, you shouldn't have been you know what I mean? Like the fucking most ignorant shit that they fucking say out of their mouths. You know what I mean? And if we were to let the Democrats decide this bill, they would say, it's just a little drugs. It's not that bad, it was only a 40, man. Come on now. Let him go. It was just an 8-ball. Let him go. Like, what the fuck is wrong with both of y'all? My God. The ignorance is crazy, right? But, because this is not a battle for laws. This is not a battle for the greater good of our country. This is literally a battle of who's right and who's wrong, right? The Democrats want to be the success, Republicans want to be the one. They want the bragging rights of, I told you so, we got our way, no you didn't. And this is what this is. It's a power struggle, right? So they're looking just to keep their jobs, bro. How can I get these guys to keep voting for me to, continue, having my seat right here in Congress? Right? It's a battle for their jobs. They don't give a fuck about the country, the economy, or none of that no more, bro. How could I get people to dig me, and that way they could keep voting me in my seat, right? You know, if it means being, coming at them like hard as hell, because you see some Republicans who are always saying that this is unacceptable, and then next, they got some skeletons in their closet. They were doing this, and that. Like, what the fuck, motherfucker? You fucking hypocrite. You know, that's not how they felt, but they felt like that's what their people wanted to hear. Their side, right? The Republican side. Same with the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi over here, getting enriched with the war in Afghanistan because of the stocks that she had in place, right? It was benefiting her to keep the war going, keeping our soldiers over there. Damn, and that's supposed to be the Democrats that fight for the greater good? Fucking hypocrite. But you see what I mean, though? It's like everybody's just in it for themselves, bro. They don't really give a fuck, right? But overall, the new bill that took in effect in California is not that. It's just a gross misdemeanor now compared to a felony. You still could get, some jail time and stuff like that. So it's not what people are making it out to be, right? I'm telling you, people just hear something that they don't like and they blow it up to they make it bigger than what it actually is. But if you're curious to know anything about any more, we have them on the other video, right? Where we're talking about the statutes of limitation and all that on the other channel, and about your California laws, because you want to know the law, you want to be breaking the law, at least know your law. Because I get people that don't know nothing about their laws coming on here, like saying all kinds of crazy shit, like, you can't be talking about this online, or this is incriminating. Like, bro, know your fucking law before you want to say what's illegal and what could get people caught up in what's snitching, what's not, bro. Because clearly you know nothing, bro. If that would be the case, trust me, all kinds of homies would have been gotten, arrested since a while back ago, bro. Because pictures and information like this has been out there in public since the longest, bro. Teen Angel magazines and all kinds of shit, bro. Like, damn, people don't know nothing about your law. Like, you can't be burning information. What are you talking about? The ignorance of people, right? It's important to know your law, bro. You know what I mean? Know what you can say, what you can't say, and what you could do, what you can't do, and what people could actually, arrest you or search you for, or anything like that. I'm just saying, leave your opinions in the comments, chat. We out.